reflections on 2021 and areas of focus in 2022. So where to invest in that context and that narrative in energy in 2022? Firstly, I think we need to reflect on what a difficult year 2021 was. It was a hugely significant year in energy market industry events, particularly the last 6 months, which provide the backdrop to the investment decisions we will be making this year. For me, some of the highlights include significantly higher fossil fuel prices, particularly natural gas prices. TTF forward prices, for example, are reaching €45 a megawatt hour for delivery in 2023. Significant increases in the EUA carbon price. The current forward prices sit at that kind of €95 a tonne level. A significant increase in capex for solar PV and onshore wind. We've been observing prices against 2019 levels, which are on the order of 15 or 20% higher. A significant change in the outlook for inflation and monetary policy. We know that the Federal Reserve is purportedly thinking about 4 interest rate rises this year, and the UK Central Bank at least 2, potentially if not 3. A rise in power purchase agreement prices, particularly for projects commissioning in 2022 to 2023 is what we're observing, and an increasing interest from large energy users in PPAs. And that's shifting the supply-demand balance. So the market has now more buyers than sellers. There's a shortage of projects. Booming electric car sales, and what a fantastic story that is, with plug-in electric cars capturing a 20% market share in 2021. An increasing number of governments publishing their hydrogen roadmaps, which is a fantastic achievement, and we know that will play a very important role going forward. Increasing storage capacity, including the development of long-duration storage and floating offshore wind. And we saw the ScotWind leasing round in the UK, which is a really fantastic evidence base that's been provided around the balance of fixed versus floating offshore wind. And finally, we look at the competition now in the provision of new nuclear and small modular reactors, and some of the work that Rolls-Royce is doing in that space with its consortium, which is really, really important. Alongside this, we've seen the development of some really large low-carbon clusters in countries as far afield as Poland, the Netherlands, Belgium, the UK, and the US. And these have involved big industrial projects involving hydrogen, CCUS, and electrification of industry as a partnership between producers of energy and consumers of energy. For me, the focus in 2022 is around the rise of that kind of low-carbon cluster, involving a combination of different sources of production of energy and different consumers who are able to offset their carbon through using low-carbon technologies, and through government partnerships and public partnerships, which enable them to be financed and scaled effectively. So with that, I think what an important year 2022 is going to be for us in terms of achieving our low-carbon future. Overall, there's a huge amount of work for us to do, and we have some very clear priorities which I believe we should pursue.